Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. This video is a little bit different. This video is a non-scripted video to where I just kind of talk and I edit it up a little bit to make a little more sense, to have a little bit more structure than just me talking off the cuff. It's very different. Please let me know how you enjoyed it in the video, what you liked, didn't like, if I should do more of this, if I shouldn't. This was a lot shorter of a turnaround time for a video. It didn't take me a week. It took me actually 24 hours-ish, so it was a lot shorter of a time for me. I like this format. Let me know what you think down below. Let's start with the positives of what I like about this game. The first one is this feels how I always thought Call of Duty felt like when I was a kid playing it. So I started playing this when I was a kid, which obviously, probably shouldn't have, but that was my life at the time. I grew up with my uncles who were very big into Call of Duty and I played with them. This is how I kind of pictured it going in my head, right? With the way that the scope feels very realistic on the weapons and especially the snipers. The sway is very realistic. It also can be played in two different tones. The first tone being very, very, very fast paced with the MP7 or the MP5 or any of the submachine guns. But as you see in some of my clips, I like to slow it down sometimes. I like to camp. I frown upon it myself. However, there are times to where you can post up and watch a flag and get some nice kill feeds and get some cool shots. This is how Call of Duty in my head has always played out. Now, on the note of how it's always played out, we need to talk about the guns. When it comes to Call of Duty, that's by far the most important thing. Guns boil down to two main categories: how they feel and how they look, and how they sound. So the way that they feel in this game with the recoil and how you shoot them and even the aesthetics of it, how you reload, it is crisp, it is clean, it is perfect. It makes me feel like that is a real gun that I can actually go, oh, if I went to a gun range, this is what I could possibly do. However, these guns feel real, they look real, the reload animations are smooth and they are nice. On the other side of that, the sound design of this game is wonderful. I mean, you can hear footsteps clear as day sometimes. Bullet sound wonderful. The way that you shoot something and it goes through the debris is perfect, and I loved every moment of the in-game time that I had. But when you're in-game, what's the most important thing besides the gun in your hand? The map that you're playing on. These maps felt very unique. I did not feel like they were the traditional 3-lane maps that Call of Duty's been known for. There was some really weird positioning of the flags, which led to some very interesting spots to either hide or to kind of maneuver to get to the flag to try to clear it in the fastest time possible when playing things like Domination. On the other side of that, there was awesome new things that I found each and every time. New places to look, to peek, to check a corner before I was able to go in. Another note on that is like the mounting system. When you mount your gun on the side and you're able to peer around that corner or peek through the door, you're able to actually kind of get a lay of the land before you just go barging in. It's a great way to do it. So I highly applaud the makers for making the maps the way they are. They're very unique and wonderful. Now, when it comes to the gameplay and how the game plays out, I really felt like I could kick it with my friends and lay back and have a good time. But on the other hand, I can do really hardcore, try to win, do callouts, play as a team. I did play all of my beta with my best friend Robert, who him and I would get into a game and we would either do one of two things. We would just kind of relax and kind of BS talk, or we could have played the 2v2s and called out things and I would run ahead. He would grab the submachine gun, I'd grab the deagle or the other pistol and scout ahead and hurt the people, then die, give him precise callouts, go into the third person view, kind of look around for him so we could get the win every single time. There's many games we had where we 6-0'd them and 6-2'd them. Whatever it was, we were winning and we were being really hardcore in tryouts. There's a wonderful balance between being able to be a try hard compared to just relaxing and playing the game. This game is able to blend the two together to have a wonderful mesh to make this game actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be when I first started. Now, the next thing is, it is so pretty. My girlfriend, who hates these types of games, she was watching me play some of it and she's like, wow, that game looks really realistic. It looks really cool. That's something that is unique to Call of Duty. Call of Duty usually have this like cartoon style with some of the games, or their graphics age really fast. This game really doesn't feel like it's going to be like that. This game feels like it's going to live up to a while, like some of the Battlefield. Another really important thing is I always felt useful. There was never a time to, even if I was 0 and 12, I was taking out UAVs, I was laying down suppressive fire, I was doing callouts. Like I said, with Roberts and I, a classic tactic I would use is we'd run in there, I would be able to die, tell him where everyone's at, hurt them a whole bunch so then he can come in, get the clean sweep, because he was way more clutch than I was. And it made things a lot more smooth, and I never felt like, oh man, I'm dying a whole bunch. It was like, oh, I died for a reason, now I can do this. And with the whole being useful, it makes the games a lot closer. They're more nail-biter games. There was a couple games to where it was neck and neck all the way through until the last 30 seconds to a minute. It was awesome. It was wonderful. It actually put me on the edge of my seat, which Call of Duty doesn't do because of how relaxed it's been recently, or how you could just jump onto a wall and it's not realistic. I don't care. I'm playing the match, dropping a 30 bomb, 40 bomb, 50 bomb, 60 bomb, and then just moving on with my day. Not trying, just, knowing the guns, knowing the map. This feels a little different to me. The next thing is the new game modes. They really hammered in multiplayer. Their new game modes are phenomenal and wonderful, and it makes me feel like I actually want to do this with things like how they put the 2v2s in there and how they interact with the doors and cars and helicopters. There's a lot of game modes that actually make me want to play it. Now, I want to talk about the things I didn't like and the hopes I have for this game. One, the beta was everyone putting on their try-hard pants. They want to, make some cool clips for Twitter or YouTube. I totally understand that. To me, that just kind of ruined it for me when I was not going super hardcore. But once again, it was a beta. It wasn't the Christmas noobs. It wasn't all that. It's going to be fine. The next thing it was a beta, okay? There was a lot of shots that I should have hit that didn't register. I couldn't tell sometimes if I should lead with the bullet, if I should hit with the bullet when sniping. Very confusing. They will iron that out, I really, really hope. The next one is it can get really stale sometimes when you're just kind of playing a whole bunch of games and trying to relax. It's the Call of Duty staleness that I'm really hoping that maybe they can fix and change. My biggest concern about it is that they are going to monetize the ever-living hell out of it, and it's going to ruin a lot of the experience for us, especially when it comes to like the whole weaponsmith. That was a really cool feature that they had that I love and I praise them for, but they're going to monetize that to an absolute oblivion and make it so overpowered for people that get lucky loot boxes or buy 300 loot boxes just to get a couple attachments that are going to make the gun a lot better when it comes to ADS and sprinting and all this type of stuff that's going to make the guns so much more overpowered for all of us. And I really hope they don't, but the potential there is too great for them just to turn their head and say no. The two other things that I really want is, one, keep the game realistic and fun. There was a lot of spawning issues that we had, that Roberts and I had. We'd spawn onto a tank, or we'd spawn onto a friend or an ally. This is they weren't in combat. But we'd spawn there and we'd just get blown to smithereens. We'd spawn on a flag and there'd be someone watching that flag. You have to be able to have safer spawns and better spawns. I understand if the occasional spawn and a sniper's watching that area and it hits you, but when you spawn in and someone is able to just sit there in a corner 20 feet from you and just spray you down, it's not fun, it's not enjoyable. That's not how, quote unquote realistic video games should play and should do it. I understand games like Battlefield have this issue and all this other stuff, but in reality, you have to be able to have that fun, that nice balance between actually realism and, the video game world to mesh them together and not have stupid things like bad spawns or being able to have positions and maps to where it's just absolutely overpowered. I have a couple clips of a location that is absolutely absurd. They should try to fix that wall so I can't peek over it so easily, but I digress. I understand it's a beta. They're working on the maps and what. And the last one is, give me a reason to play that's not just leveling. Games like League of Legends are successful. Rainbow Six Siege are successful because of how great their rank system is. Granted, I totally understand by playing both those games that your team can lose the match for you. I totally understand that. I get that. But you gotta give me something to make me more competitive. In this day and age where Fortnite's having $3 million tournaments, you gotta be able to keep up with them, and paying $60 for a game isn't going to keep up with them anymore. You have to be able to do something to actually keep this game's longevity there. And a rank system would be helpful. A rank system would give a reason for people to play so you can separate the casuals and the sweats so everyone is actually more enjoyable. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Your guys' support recently through me coming back onto YouTube and Twitch has been wonderful. I am so very thankful to the viewers who are watching this and watching all my stuff. You guys are the absolute best. I want to say with this game right now, with the high hopes that I have for it, it will be worth $60. I've personally right now paid $60 for it. I hope it's going to be worth that. I hope they don't do a monetization that I'm so worried and scared about. Obviously, they probably will. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is doing it now with this weird superhero thing coming out. I have high hopes, and my hope is in Infinity Ward's hand, and please don't mess it up. Anyways, guys, on a personal note, why I have your guys' attention, I want to say real quick, moving forward, I'm going to try to do 2 videos a week, probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That might change. It may be bumped up to 3 videos. I don't see myself going under 2 videos. I want to do less scripted stuff, maybe more scripted stuff. We'll see what you guys like. I definitely for sure do not want to stop the podcast or what I call the skillful sit downs. To me, that's one of the most important parts about this. I don't care how many views that gets. I don't care how many people watch that. To me, that's what this channel was bred for, made for, was to have people's stories be heard to either a small audience or a large audience. I want to try to get a new person every week. I have one already done that will be coming out next week. I'm so excited for it. It is with a wonderful friend of mine, and I hope you guys have time to watch. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for all your support recently. You guys have been nothing but amazing and wonderful. So I humbly thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these types of videos. Have a great day. Good job, Officer D's.